Timer.
Yes, we have all of them. All the role players. We have the general evaluator. We have, yeah. I guess we're good to go. So I'll begin the meeting. I am the sergeant at arms for today. Uh, uh, Welcome all the Toastmasters present here with us today. I welcome you all to the joint meeting of Toastmasters Club of West Delhi and Ajmer Toastmasters Club. We are pleased to have this joint meeting together. Before moving ahead, I'd like to state the mission of our club, the mission of Toastmasters. Our mission is to provide a mutually supportive and a positive learning environment in which each and every member of our clubs can develop their communication skill, leadership skills, which in turn fosters their confidence and leads to personal growth. I like to state a few ground rules as well. Firstly, would request all of you to be please be on mute when someone else is speaking. Would request you not to cross speak. Secondly, there is complete freedom of speech, right? You can express whatever you want to, but would request you to please handle topics such as sex, religion, politics delicately. Uh, Thirdly, would request you to please switch on your cameras if possible. If there are no bandwidth issues, would request you to please do so. I am unable to do so because of bandwidth issues. Please excuse me for that. Fourthly, would request you to please all rename yourself as a Toastmaster. Toastmaster and the name. I'll also rename myself. Yeah. So that was all from my side. Let's start this meeting. With this, I'd like to hand it over to our president, Mohinish Nirwal, for presiding over the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chetan, for a wonderful start. I know we have joined at odd hours, but I'm thankful that we have at least joined and we have made this meeting possible. So thank you all of you guys for coming here and for your dedication and commitment for improving speaking abilities of other people also. So with this, a big round of applause for all of you guys. Please clap for yourself and for everyone here. But
hello, good evening all.
Hi, good evening, Kuldeep. How are you?
Yeah, fine. What about you?
Yeah, great. So good to have you here. But
Yeah.
I can promise that next meeting will be on the regular schedule. Due to certain things, we had to make this arrangement. But I hope that this meeting will be fun and we will all enjoy this meeting. So today we have, I think, new member induction ceremony. Do we have Bhavya Sood with us? Okay, I think we do not have Bhavya Sood with us. Just a moment. I would like our guests from Ajmer Toastmasters Club. Can somebody from the Ajmer Toastmasters Club give us a brief, history of your club? When did you, when you guys, were? How about you? Just give us a brief.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, Toastmaster Moinish. So about Ajmer Toastmasters Club, it is a new club. So we chartered in July 2020. So we celebrated our anniversary in July this year. And despite being a very recent club, we are President Distinguished Club. And we also had 3 Triple Crown Awards from our club last year. So that is about our club. And our president, Toastmaster Abhishek, he is also area director of C1.
Wow, wonderful. You guys are amazing. And next we have a few. I would request Toastmaster Sakshi to take guest introduction.
Sure.
I can help you with the guest. Today we have, I think, okay.
Toastmaster Diksha is guest. Hey, Toastmaster Diksha.
Yeah.
Hi, we would love to hear about you and how did you come to know about Toastmasters?
Okay, so firstly, I am Diksha Maheshwari. I have done in my education MBA, and recently I am working in Flexera, that is a IT US based company, and my super manager recommended for Toastmaster. So last Wednesday I got to know about Toastmasters, and like on Thursday I jumped into searching pool of things about Toastmasters. So yeah, that is about
Great,
it.
great. We welcome you, Toastmaster Diksha, and I hope you have a very great and learning event today. So,
We also have Shashwat.
hello, Shashwat.
Yeah, hi.
We would love to hear about you.
So actually, I was into public speaking and debating since my college days, and I had learned about Toastmasters for quite a while, but was unable to join the same. Right now, I am into my preparation for civil services and found it the right opportunity for getting into the platform. And I had a conversation with I think Harpreet and Shweta, and they like told me a lot about the sessions that are conducted here, and I was quite enthralled about like the various features of these programs. I have participated already in some of the international debating competitions, and uh, I thought that maybe I could hone over my skills and maybe do some kind of value addition also at the same time in this venerable platform. So yeah, that's all about me.
Thank you so much, Shashwat.
We
Any
also
more?
have
Thank you.
Aarti.
Okay. Hey, Aarti, welcome to the Toastmasters meeting. Okay, I guess she's still joining.
Okay, I guess we are done with the guests.
Okay, yeah. So now, after our guest introduction, today, Toastmaster Mohinish will take us to a very healthy journey. Toastmaster Mohinish, he is a banker turned digital marketer, copywriter, and health coach. And he loves playing mobile games like War Robots whenever he is free. So I would like to invite today's Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mohinish. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sakshi. So when I was in the bank, I had a friend, a neighbor, and she was a complete gym rat. If you understand the gym rat, they are the kind of people who wake up at the gym and they sleep at the gym. Their whole day they spend in the gym. So she had a very amazing, great physique, and her motto was to live and to die in the gym. Well, a few days back, a few weeks ago, I talked to her and she completely changed. She was completely changed. And her idea of being healthy was that you don't need to spend your life in the gym. It's okay. Have some meditation, go out on a walk and spend some time with your family, and that's it. At that time, I realized that being healthy is different for everybody. We all have a definition for what health is to us. So maybe I would like to start the meeting with your definition of what is your definition of having a great health. So maybe I can start with Toastmaster Aman. What according to you is definition of health?
According to me, for most people, the definition of health is physical health. They focus more on physical health. But for me, mental health is the first priority because generally in India, especially, we don't discuss mental health issue that easily. We think it's a taboo. I think people will say like weird thing about us if we tell them about our mental issues. So for me, a healthy brain and a healthy body is what I call a healthy lifestyle.
Wonderful, definitely. Next, I would like potential Toastmaster Shashwat. What according to you is the definition of being in the best shape of your life?
So I think health has multiple connotations at the first place. The very emanation comes from the physique of a person, which means that he should be healthy both internally, his immune system. Uh, but as Aman said, and I would like to take the point ahead from him, that I think there are multiple stages of a person's good health. The second, of course, comes is the mental health, whether you are able to control the way you think and you are able to organize your thoughts in a channelized direction. thirdly, one of the very important things is your emotional health. Whether you have such kind of support systems around you, your friends, your families, your partners, the kind of satisfaction are you able to gather the same from your job is very much important for your own health. And the fourth is your spiritual health, which means that are you able to connect with the higher self? Are you able to have faith in an external power which can give you a satisfaction which you may not get from any of the other three? So I think a combination of these gives you a healthy lifestyle. And as uh, the great Michael Phelps, the great swimmer of all times, had said, that it is not in making yourself winning the game by improving your health for swimming or other purposes that makes you successful, but it's about finding out the real self that will make you healthy, which is your emotional self, your spiritual self, and your mental self. And that a combination of all these four comprises, in my view, good health. Even one of the sustainable development goals of the UNDP is good health. I think it's the goal number 3. So I think health is it's a accumulation of a lot of things coming together and making a human being a true uh, a person who can recognize his own self and feel in it, and the feel the fullest form of it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Shashwat, you have completely summarized the points, and let's hear it from Toastmaster Tushar. Toastmaster Tushar, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you so much, Manish. So I think everyone has covered all the points, major points that probably means health to anyone. I just would like to reiterate, anyone who is able to discover themselves freely without any hindrance, be it from social factor, health perspective, uh, be it from financial perspective, I believe is to be a healthy one. I mean, being a human, one of the major need as per Maslow hierarchy also is to discover oneself, and that usually one reaches at the time when everything is fulfilled. And probably one, I believe that is one who is healthy, being considered everything will be fulfilled one if someone reaches to that point. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Oh, yes, wonderful. Wonderful, Tushar. So we'll talk more about it, but before we move further, for the benefit of the guests, let me share the, okay, yes, let me share the agenda for today's meeting. Today's meeting has been divided into 3 sections. First, we are going to have table topic session where Toastmaster Tushar will take us through wonderful extempore speeches. He will give us some certain topics where we can speak on that topic for a minute or two. Then we will have a prepared session where we will listen it from the Toastmaster Yogita. And lastly, we'll have a feedback session, an evaluation session, how we did, how we could improve. And that's how the agenda for the today's meeting is. And before we move on, I would love to uh, involve you in an activity, small activity, very small activity. You don't have to do anything. Just all you have to do is just roll the neck. Okay. Okay. Just follow me. Okay. First, we are going to roll the neck. All of the day we are sitting on the chairs or we are working, we are watching our mobile. So these tissues, they get very tensed. So what we are going to do is we'll do a very small, very quick activity. So all you have to do is just roll your neck. Just give those tissue certain scratches. That's it. That's fine. And if you work on the laptop, you can give your hand some push like this. Okay. Just give yourself some scratches. That's fine. Yes. So this way you will expand those nerves and you will feel better. That's all. That's right. Good. Very good. So now I would love to invite the general evaluator Toastmaster Abhishek to invite the tag team and explain their roles. Toastmaster Abhishek, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monish, for keeping us engaged in a lazy, delighted pre-Raksha Bandhan Saturday evening. How many of you I know are thinking that, okay, what am I getting? What am I giving? There are some people who are wondering, what am I going to lose tomorrow? How much my pocket is going to be lighter? Some of you are wondering how much heavy my pocket is going to be tomorrow afternoon or by evening. But before all of that, let's do a check on how good we are when we play a Toastmasters meeting and a meeting role. So as one of our speakers just now said, that there's a Maslow's pyramid of needs that goes on, fulfilling the basic needs, then emotional needs, then psychological needs, and self-actualization needs. So journal evaluator that's a kind of a new analogy that journal evaluator is here to help you reach the highest level of Maslow's pyramid of Toastmasters journey. First, you follow rules and regulations and feedbacks to become a better speaker. Then you help others become a better speaker. Then you help your club become a better club. So one of those things is a journal evaluator, and a journal evaluator would be leading a tag team. Master Guru Anshpreet, who's a very young Toastmaster, loves hip hop music in Punjabi, and he's a believer of simplicity as a way to lead life. Over to you, Toastmaster Guru Anshpreet.
So hello everyone. As said, that my name is Toastmaster Guranshpreet Singh. I will be the timer for this meeting. So basically, what is my role is to time you all. There are several cards. I'll just show it to you. There are certain cards and there are certain rules. So I'll just make you go through all the timings. So these are the timings. Just adding on to these, there is also prepared speech which will be from 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, a green card will be shown. At 6, a yellow, and at 7, a red card will be shown. One more thing I want to specify is about the table topic speeches. At 1 minute, a green card. At 1.5 minutes, a yellow, and at 2 minutes, a red card will be shown. After 2 minutes, a 30-second time will be given in both the table topic speeches as well as the prepared speeches. If you exceed 150 seconds, that is 2.5 minutes, or you are below 60 seconds, then we all will be grateful to you, because we don't have to put our brains together during the voting. Basically, you will get disqualified, as simple as that. So over to you, Abhishek sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Guru Anshpreet, but trust me, my knighthood is still pending with Queen Elizabeth. So till the time I don't get it, it's just Toastmaster Abhishek.
Okay.
No, sir. Moving on, we have another young Toastmaster, Toastmaster Aman, who is an IT engineer by profession and a tech geek by passion. He loves interacting with human beings, plays badminton, learns about latest technologies, hangs out with friends more often than not. I wonder how his mom is, not scolding him. And he loves listening to music, and the list is endless. Yeah. Kind of happens when not at home and happen to keep hanging out with your friends. The list goes on. So over to you, Toastmaster Aman, as the counter of the day.
Greetings, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster and guests. So my role for today is R counter. So the purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as crutch words or pause fillers by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will be listening for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase, such as I or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you and best of luck.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aman. And the final
Abhishek, your voice is breaking.
player of the tag team is the grammarian, who would be ensuring that we learn a better English. Another young Toastmaster, Toastmaster Satu, because of internet. My apologies. Grammarian of the day is Toastmaster Sakshi. She is VP membership of Ajmer Toastmasters and currently working as an analyst with ZS Associate based out of Gurgaon. Over to you, Toastmaster Sakshi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek. As a grammarian, my role will be to look throughout for the language, what is the language that we are using in the meeting. I will be noting down not only the bad usage, but also some skillfully good usage of the language. I'll keep my eye on word choices, pronunciations, and also some good phrasal word usages, also the sentence structures. Also, my role is to give you all the word and the idiom of the day. The word of the day is salubrious. It comes from Latin word salus, which means health, and its meaning is favorable to promoting health and well-being. I'll repeat, the word is salubrious and its meaning is favorable to promoting health and well-being. It is used as an adjective. I would like to exemplify. Fresh air and exercise are always salubrious. Also, the idiom of the day is fit as a fiddle, and its meaning is in good physical condition. We can use it like he's not just recovered, he's fit as a fiddle. I will post word of the day and idiom of the day in the chat box, and over to you, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sakshi, for being fit as a fiddle with good grammar usages and members of the meeting. Whenever you hear anyone using the word of the day and idiom of the day, please show a virtual thumbs up. And if your video is on, show a physical thumbs up. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek. Moving on, I would love to have Toastmaster Chetan. Toastmaster Chetan, what are your views on? Are you there, Toastmaster Chetan? Okay, okay. Maybe we can go to Toastmaster Ritu. Toastmaster Ritu, are you there?
Yes, sir. For the first table topic.
Yes, yes. You have joined after
You caught me, huh?
What's going on? What's going on with you? Why have you you just disappeared?
Actually, my brand is new and it's demanding a lot of time, so that's the reason. So, all right. So today I've been actually, yeah.
Wonderful. Good to have you again with us. So for others, let me tell you, Toastmaster Ritu is a member of our club, and we are seeing her after a very long time. So welcome back, Toastmaster Ritu. And I would just love to know your views on health. What, according to you, is being healthy?
Okay, for me, feel physical health, the amount we physical, equally we need to take care of our mental as well as the spiritual health. For physical health, we know what to eat. There's a lot of awareness on the media, and compared to what it was like in the last decade or 2 decades back, now everybody's so much aware of what to eat and what all to exercise and what all muscles we need to build to keep going. As it's rightfully said, no, if you use it, keep using the muscle, otherwise you'll lose it. So physically we take good care of ourselves, but now Corona times has taught us to take good care of our mental health too. We need to keep ourselves positively occupied in constructive things, and mentally we need to be sound and not let the outer conditions or the environment become stressful for us. Inside, if we are strong enough, then definitely we can cope up with all the challenges outside. Then equally important, I would say, is the spiritual health, which is still neglected. Like mental health, we have still acknowledged, but spiritual health is of the utmost importance, which can actually cover both physical as well as the mental health. If we are spiritually healthy, if we are connected to the supreme, to the divine, if we know how to live in the present moment, not think about what to do in the future, what happened in the past, just focusing on the present moment is, I feel, healthy. That we not necessarily have to get engaged in lot of activities. It's just keep getting some positive food for thought, which we can go on churning throughout the day, like a cow, whatever it eats, it goes on, as the Hindi word goes, jugali karte hain. So we need to keep churning that inside us. So with a single positive thought, I think we can cope up with all the challenges of the daytime. So that was a big lecture on the health issue. I think I'm done with the speech also now.
Wonderful, wonderful. But our table topic session is still left. We are moving into the table topic session, and which will be taken care of by Toastmaster Tushar. Toastmaster Tushar is born and brought up in Delhi and a graduate from IIT Delhi, and he is working as senior product manager in Geo. He likes to spend time reading books, watching movies, and binge watching OTT platforms. He's a curious guy and always into learning something new. Toastmaster Tushar, please, over to you. Take the session away.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Manish. Thank you for, I'm actually humbled. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So, I'm Toastmaster. I'm table topic master for the day. So coming back to what table topic would mean over here. So it will help everyone to practice the art of improvisation on the go when you think on your feet. So it will help everyone us to be more creative on a go itself without giving much thought to any topic or anything that is given to us. It will help us to communicate better, be impromptu whenever we want to express something. So the timing for the table topic session is 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute is the minimum time, and 1 minute 30 seconds is the time that we usually should target. 2 minutes is the maximum time limit. Speakers are allowed to speak for maximum of 2 minutes 30 seconds in the table on the table topic before being disqualified. So I have tried to prepare all the topics nearby our theme of the day itself, and I'm hoping that it will help us everyone to learn more about our communication and down the line improve if we feel so or think there is a scope of improvisation from any way possible. Since we at Toastmaster try and provide a speaking opportunity to everyone, so this session is not restricted to just members alone, and would like to encourage guests also to participate. And I hope everyone get a chance to give this a shot. During the speech, during the this session, I may call anyone randomly to participate, or if anyone wants to volunteer, they can raise their hand, and we can start with that individual too. Just would like to reiterate the word of the day. That is salubrious. I would like you to use that. I would like to encourage all the speakers to use that as much as possible in the table topic speeches. Also, would like to request the timer to call out the timing guidelines for the table topics. I think that's all that was required with respect to this session. Who would like to come first? Any volunteer? Anyone? Start? Shweta, hi, Shweta. So yeah, so the topic for you is, so being a healthy mama, try to convince your child to eat junk.
Being the healthy mama, try to
Try to
convince your child
to eat junk.
to eat junk.
Right.
For that, I don't think so. I mean, obviously, I'm not a mama or anything yet, but I mean, I can think of my niece and nephew.
Yeah, sure. Just try to be funny. I mean,
Yeah. Right.
just...
Got it. So, if I am a healthy mama, I don't think so. For the children, I will need to ever convince them for the junk. No, they are always ready to have the junk at the first go. If you will keep an apple in front of them and you will keep a pack of French fries in front of them, I suppose they will first go for the French fries rather than the apple. So even if I will have to convince them, what I would try to do, because I am the healthy mama, just like Shilpa Shetty. So I will not be able to actually see that French fries in front of me, because I will be to like, okay, I'll just have like diet Coke or something like that. And then only I'll be able to like, convince them that it's okay to have Coke as well. It's okay to have what should I say, French fries as well. So I will have to do it myself, because then only the children will see their mama and do it themselves as well. Because the children have the habits of, what should I say, copying what the adults do, that I have seen in my niece and nephew. So I'm sure what I will be doing, the child will be doing the similar thing. So I don't think so I will need any convincing. I will sit with them and have that Coke and a pack of fries so that we can all enjoy together, and a burger too. So a happy meal. So we will be the McDonald's happy meal together, me and my children, virtual, whoever. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Shweta. So for next topic, I need 2 volunteers. Anyone wants to come up? I'm audible? Yeah. For next topic, I need 2 volunteers. I mean, it won't be a much. Yeah. Okay, Monish and Anubhav. Great. Thank you. So, Monish, think you are a broccoli, and Anubhav, think you are a fries. Fries, I mean, French fries kind of fries. So you two are having a conversation between each of you. So how would that go ahead? And what would be the thought process? And you have been, yeah, broccoli, right? You have been listening to people before eating you, and talking about you probably, or fries. How would you interact with each other?
Okay.
Just don't abuse each other. Just, but yeah.
So this can be normal conversation.
Yeah. I mean, suppose before eating you, there have been people who have been talking about you in a positive sense and somewhat in a negative sense about any junk food. Same goes with Anubhav too. So how will you interact with each other in those lines?
Okay, so I can start.
Sure.
So like, hi Broccoli, you are healthy that you can't even fit with me as junk food. Whenever someone mixes you with fries, you are unable to, the person is unable to have it. It's so that it's not at all good. What do you say? We should have fries only.
We can have fries. Maybe what we can do is we can have bro fries. Broccoli as fries. Maybe something we can do something like this.
Yeah, but I don't think that you broccoli can't fit with me, because the fries alone tastes very well. It's too delicious to have. It's really great food for every kid and every fries lover.
No, I think people will turn into fit as fiddle. Just imagine children eating broccoli and imagining that they are eating fries, and this will be beneficial for both of us. We can be everywhere. We can rule the planet. Think about it.
But what I think is that growing children do like fries, and they prefer having it more over broccoli. And that's the main stage where they can have fries rather than having broccoli. They have the whole life to have it.
No, we should learn from Toastmaster Shweta. She is the best mom. She allows the junk, but also allows the people to have healthy food. I am healthy, believe me.
Yeah, I believe you. You're healthy, but you're not tasty.
That's why we need to turn broccoli into something tasty. We need
But broccoli
McDonald's.
cannot fit with fries. So fries alone is very tasty, and it can be mixed with everything. It can be mixed with tomato ketchup, and it can taste very well.
No, we can't bring tomato into conversation. Tomato is completely out of the question. We hate tomato.
That's what I'm saying, that we can have a mix with something else except broccoli.
Maybe we can have marriage between McDonald's and Subway. This way we can, be a good partner.
Probably not.
Come on, just imagine we can have a great conversation going on. Come on, just for the sake of conversation.
I think that's fine.
Okay, I think that's all from my side.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was great listening to you two both. I mean, a lot of different ideas came up, and I felt broccoli was a bit healthy somehow, because broccoli was pushing hard to fries somehow to come up with something new to be with it. Anyway, so thank you so much. Thank you for being creative and taking it sportively. So now, someone who wants to come up from the guests. I mean, anyone wants to participate? Any guests?
I think.
Okay, Shashwat. Yeah. Hi. So, Shashwat, the topic for you is rain and fritters.
Please, can you repeat?
Yeah, rain and. So, just 1 second. Just 1 second. Abhishek, can you please, sir? Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, rain and fritters. Fritters is something that you fritters, pakoda or something that you fried junk that you eat along with chai or something, like whenever it rains, something on those lines, right?
Okay. So the topic reminds me of a time 3 years back I spent on a hill station in Mussoorie. It was a fine breezy day with brief gushing of rain all along. We were staying in a hotel, in a resort to be more precise, where our entire family, not just our close family members, but our entire family, the whole joint family, joined up together to celebrate the vacation. We decided to take up something that is not conventional but unconventional, and that is what we came up with: healthy fitters. It was our objective to make the entire journey as salubrious as possible by consuming nothing that could be very much unhealthy for us. And therefore, we took with us fitters which included banana chips, which included apple pies, and at the same time, things like green peas, which could also fit our health alongside serving the vacation hallows. So that was what our vacation was all about. One of the best ones. I could remember my family members closing down on realizing how important it is for us to sense such kind of vacations and enjoy the rainy season with our family, to improve upon ourselves, to improve upon our own health, and to become as fit as a fiddle. So these things are a combination of a number of things that make a person a wholesome, complete sense of a sense of unity and fulfillment in within. And as someone had pointed out in the beginning, that the Maslow's triangle goes on from one's physiological need to the need of self-actualization. So I think Rain and Fitters quite a bit fit in very well in between to make yourself actualize your true own self. Thank you. I don't know how it went along. I just tried it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That was nice, kind of very clear. Anyone want to volunteer, or shall I call up random names?
You can call Ritu.
Hello, Ritu, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, would you like to go next?
All right, I'll try.
Okay. So the topic is, if health is wealth, how do you manage your bank balance?
How do you manage your
bank balance? So I'll reiterate, if health is wealth, how do you manage your bank balance?
Okay. So good evening, everybody, fellow Toastmasters and the guests. So the financial balance can be still taken care of, the finances, but once if the health is lost, we have almost lost everything, be it the physical health, the mental health, or the spiritual health. Once we have gone down in terms of the healthy lifestyle, then it is very difficult to regain that. And we actually need to be fit as a fiddle to take our daily chores into our stride and not get stressed because of those. And the bank balance can go on fluctuating. It can be up, it can be down. And if you are into the passive income, then definitely the shares can raise a person's heartbeat and bring it down as the rates fall, depending on the bull and the bearish trend of the market. But whatever that is related to the financial issues, that can be still sorted. There's an example that I read, a small anecdote. There was a person, there were two people actually. One person had lost about, it was like very long back, it was narrated. So that person had lost 2 lakhs of rupees and he was so devastated that he just committed suicide. And there was another person who had lost 9 lakhs, but still he was so strong internally and he was very positive about it that I can overcome that kind of a loss. And he actually managed to, with a positive attitude. That is where the mental health and the spiritual health steps in. So with a positive attitude, the person was salubrious and he could actually take it in his stride and he was able to recover that 9 lakhs and in fact earn more. So we need to be really careful about our physical and mental health. And this is where the bank balance can be taken care of and not just concentrate on our finances. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyone from the guests?
I think we have Toastmaster Harpreet and Kuldeep.
Okay. So
and Diksha also.
Harpreet, would you like to go next?
Yeah, I can. No problem.
Yeah, sure. So the topic for you is Subway. So it's a 2-meaning word. So we have Subway as a eatery.
Yeah. So which one you want me to take up?
I want you to use both the subways and connect the storyline.
All right. First of all, very interesting one. Thank you for giving me opportunity to speak up. So, in fact, let me also share incident. In fact, while I was going through our national highway, and through that, while going towards Ludhiana, I remember that I went to Doraha. And Doraha, actually, when you are going towards Ludhiana, in between, you will find a beautiful place. That's what Doraha, it's on the seabed. It's almost like, that is what we call as Neher. And we were totally exhausted, and we were driving almost back to back, and there was a lot of traffic jam in between, since there is the flyover, a lot of flyovers are under construction. And because of the farmers protest also, the entire road was blocked, and there was a chaotic scene. And I remember while we had reached the place near Doraha, it was almost like uh, half the day, and we were not having anything. We didn't even had our food. And suddenly we realized that on the subway, just near after the petrol pump on the left side, when you take, there is McDonald's. And my daughter was not quite keen to have that McDonald burger. And trust you me, the moment we entered inside, on the left, we found the Subway. And I know that Subway restaurant through my connect previously, because I loved their hot dogs and all of that. So it was a great combination. And the moment you told me to knit that storyline, it became a combo. The same day I could meet the Subway, and the Subway was built inside that place. So I'm sure that moment also bring that nostalgia right now when I'm talking about this storyline. So I'm sure it's almost like incidental to me, and that brings that moment of joy right now when I'm talking about it. So thank you so much. That's it from my side.
Thank you. I think both subways are somehow important in our life, considering the eatery part of Subway is trying to be more healthy and healthy day by day. So both are contributing very well to our day-to-day life. Next, anyone would like to volunteer? Kuldeep, would you like to go next? Hello. I think Kuldeep is not there. Yogita. Yeah.
Hello, hi Tushar.
Yeah, hi Yogita. Would you like to go next?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. So the topic for you is, so what do you think, how much food is, or I mean, is food important for your mental health? And if so, and how much? I mean, anything on that?
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Tushar. First of all, I would like to say good evening to fellow Toastmasters and guests. So I would like to say food for me has really worked as a comfort place, because after this pandemic, I have moved to my home, and it is a drastic change in lifestyle. I was fit as fiddle, but I am somehow finding comfort in food. So to reiterate your question, like, yeah, food plays a major role in my life, and I have gone overboard with that, and I've recently realized that it has affected my mental as well as physical health. I would like to say, yeah, you have food, you should have whatever you want to have, but in order to maintain that physical and mental health, you should not totally depend on the food. You have to believe in other, you have to find some other sources which can provide you peace. Yeah, we like food. We used to go out, but here now we are stuck in pandemic. What is the source of entertainment? Let's bake something. So I've baked so many things. But yes, for main thing I've realized that exercise is also important. Food is good, but switching to a healthy food should work much more in a better way. So I think, yeah, food is fine, but you have to keep it in moderate and have those great kind of foods that are good for your soul. And just like we need thoughts for our brain, we need great food for the best working of our body. Yeah, that's it from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Tushar. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Chetan, are you there? Hello, Toastmaster Chetan. He is not available.
We have a guest, Diksha.
Hello, Diksha. Would you like to go next? Are you there?
Okay, I can try.
Yeah, hi Diksha. Yeah, please. So, suppose suppose you are a coach and you have been asked to give 3 tips to anyone to be healthy.
Okay,
What would you?
Okay, yeah. So for the first one, the advice for a guy, like do exercise, eat healthy food. Second one, and third one is like more concentrate on your mental health. So you will get the healthiest life. These are the 3 advice from my side. Hello, is I
Explain a
audible?
little more, Diksha. You have still time. Explain a little more.
Okay. If I say do exercise, it means like you do some yoga, some stretching, and some physical equipment with the physical equipment or something. And if I say eat healthy food, means like you should eat healthy food, not junk food. And the mental health, like it's relatable for me. And I can say do some meditation, read some books. It will definitely help you to reduce your mental stress. So this is the 3 advice from my side. Over to you, Tushar.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, Toastmaster Aman, Aman, would you like to go next?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So suppose you are a burger and you have to
Okay.
convince people to eat you.
Okay.
So how would you do that?
So hello everyone. You know my name, right? Burger, the tasty one. So I have a lot of calories in me, which can put a lot on weight, but I am very tasty on the other hand. You can be healthy also. I can be healthy also. You can put broccoli in me, like Mohanish, the broccoli. You can put broccoli in me. You can put tomatoes in me. You can put different kinds of vegetable in me and make me healthy. I'm your friend. Remember that. I'm not your enemy. If you eat me with a lot of vegetables, your mom will not scold you, and I'll be healthy anyways. You can eat me and with different kind of drinks, with milkshakes, with Pepsi, with Coca-Cola or Mirinda, whatever you want. I am available 24/7. You can make me at your home also. So your mom will not scold you. You don't need to go outside every time to eat me. You can make me. You can even make different dishes out of me. You can put different kind of patties in me. So I am very healthy on the other hand. And apart from this, uh, I'm your best friend. Remember that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Aman. Hello, am I audible? Yeah. Thank you, Aman. It was very nice. I mean, you cover all the possible combinations of healthy food that you can consume along with you, and somehow convince all kind of audience to eat you. I hope someone picks up. Thank you so much. I'm taking it as a last topic. Anyone would like to volunteer? I hope it will be easy, for sure. So anyone?
We have Bhavna. I think she's the guest.
Bhavna, would you like to go next? Hello.
She's
I
gone.
think she
I
got
suppose.
disconnected. I think maybe Kuldeep or Sakshi.
Sure, I can go.
Yeah. So the topic is, if you were an apple, what would your perfect day look like?
They say,
Yeah. So continue, please.
they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. What would be my ideal day? Firstly, to keep myself away from the doctors. I don't know, like I'm very sure doctors will be eating their apples, but yeah, to follow the idiom, I want to be away from them. Second thing, you know what happens? We bought these apples, we store them in our fridge, and then we forget about them. As an apple, my ideal day would be, please in the morning, take me from the fridge, cut me into slices and have me. I am the most ideal breakfast for you. Pair me up with some milk, or you know what else I can do? You can make an apple pie out of me. You can always put me into those, fruity oats. They serve you, of course, they serve those fake apples in those cereals, but I am the real one. And please, please, please put me in your breakfast milk with oats. After that, from the breakfast, what do you say? We have some athletes. For the athletes, I am the ideal person. I am not too heavy like bananas. I'm not too light or not too expensive or not too fancy. I'm just the perfect one for all of you, for any profession. So just have me and you will see, you will always be away from the doctor as I want to be. So over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sakshi. Thank you everyone to volunteer, Toastmasters, guests, everyone. I hope you all have enjoyed and also learned a bit more about being healthy, and also hoping that you will take one tip for sure and will add that to your life. And that's it. Thank you so much. And also I would like to thank Shweta, Kanika. They have helped me a lot. This was first time I was doing something on those masters. So thank you so much. Thank you. And I mean, obviously everyone else also helped me. I have been bugging Monish, sometimes Harpreet. Will bug more other Toastmasters for sure down the line. Thank you everyone. Over to you, Monish.
I think one thing is very sure, that it didn't look like that Tushar was handling it for the first time. He was extremely professional, and the kind of ideas, the kind of topics he gave, it was just very creative and just amazing. Toastmaster Tushar, you are just amazing. And now let us all give our shoulders a nice roll. Just straighten your back. I see many of you guys are sloping forward. So that's how we spend most of our day. We watch the mobile, we see the laptop. So our shoulders are rounded forward. We want to roll them backwards. So give them a very nice roll, relax, and let's just move on and have some healthy junk food like the way we discussed today. I'm sure we will just rock as speakers and leaders. Wonderful. So now let's move on to the prepared speech sections. And today's, before I call the prepared speaker, I would love to call Toastmaster Krati as her evaluator to share the speech objective of the speaker. Toastmaster Krati.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
A very cheerful good evening to fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today, I'll be playing the role of an evaluator. I'll be evaluating the speech of a person who is very confident and is always looking forward to have some adventure in her life. And books are her best friends. So, the purpose of a speech is to help the speaker to deliver a well drafted and structured speech, also to help her know the basic research methods. With this, I would like to hand over to TM Modi for today to call upon our first speaker.
Okay, am I audible? Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Karati, for that cheerful smile and introducing the speech objectives. Now, I would like Toastmaster Yogita. Before I will invite Toastmaster Yogita, let me ask something. Toastmaster Yogita, what do you think is healthy, Coke, or what do you think has more calories, Coke or orange juice?
Thank you for the question, Toastmaster Manish. But before giving the answer, I'm thinking it would not be a question if answer is that straight, like Coke has more calories. So I would like to go with orange juice has more calories just for the sake of fun.
Okay, very nice. So, let me introduce Toastmaster Yogita. Toastmaster Yogita is raised by books. Let me first ask her, what do you mean by raised by books?
It means yeah, I have good share of friends and everybody, but with books I have found some values, and with each book I have found some things like which are good for our life. Raised by books basically means the values which we have in our life can be taught to us through books as well. How we should behave in society, how we should treat others, how we should make sure everybody is comfortable around us, and also a sense of imagination also. So all those things are nurtured in me through books and my parents, of course, but books have given me more sense of attachment to them. So that's why I'm saying like that. Yeah.
Wonderful. So Toastmaster Yogita is a planner and an optimistic soul. She loves food like all of us and visits new places. She loves to visit new places. So let's hear it from Toastmaster Yogita. Toastmaster Yogita, Adulting 101. Toastmaster Yogita, Adulting 101. Adulting 101, Toastmaster Yogita.
Thank you so much. Now, with my topic, Adulting 101, you must be guessing I'm here to give you some advice how to be a better adult. But let me be clear here. I'm just pretending at this adult thing. You think when you're younger that you want to become adult, and maybe there is some kind of transformation. Like one day you will just wake up and know that you are an adult. You will know how to handle world in such a different way, and all the things will work out. It What's it look like when you see your parents? They seem to think they have everything together. They know how to pay bills. They know how to get from one place to another without even using GPS, and how to interact intelligently with everyone, how to pay taxes, and this list goes on. Maybe we want to become an adult because our parents make it seem like it's a breeze. Anyways, I have done my proper research, and I've found a way to win and prepared a list, all the things that I'm missing, and all the things that is making this adulthood to seem like a roller coaster ride with so many somersaults. Let me start with the first point: summer vacation. Yes, guys, no more summer vacation. I was so boomed when I got to know no more summer vacation. Who does not like summer vacation? And I think the fellow Toastmasters in this club also miss summer vacation. We love those delicious delicacies we have at our nanny's house. And vacations are now far dream. Taking a holiday, you will have to go to a whole meal chain. Right, guys? Now, coming to the second point, transform weekends. Weekends have total new definition now. It used to be like a lazy afternoon where you just have to sleep. But now you have to wash your brain throughout the week, and you have to wash your utensils, clothes, and house even too on the weekend. What's that about? Now, tell me, do you also feel like there is always a sword always hanging above your head and you are worrying about the future? Like, I am always thinking about the future, all the pending tasks that are in the near future. And don't get me even started about the far away future. Living in the moment seems like a dream to me. And I think social media has put the fire, a much fire to it. For example, if we are not having enough pictures, we do not have good pictures to put on stories and Instagram or have snaps, we feel like we don't even have fun. What's that about? And funny incident happened today. I was casually preparing this speech and a meme on Instagram came and it was all about adulting. Like you spend half of your adult life crying. And I was like, stop Instagram, I'm already crying. You do not need to put fuel to my fire. Coming to the next point, I think this is a bit serious. The amount of responsibilities we are suddenly feeling is quite overwhelming. Suddenly, you're grown up. Your parents are little child. You have to tell them how to do things in a certain way. And you find yourself worrying about future every time you get a little bit time for yourself. Now coming to next point. Oh yeah, our body. We were fit as a fiddle when we were in college. Used to get 4 to 5 hours of even 4 to 5 hours of sleep, and even then we were fresh. Our body was salubrious, and we used to organize fest, attend lecture, and everything. But now you can't eat, you can't think about looking what's in your plate, and you have to think so much about what is going inside your tummy. And I really miss the time where we could eat anything without worrying, like our tummy speaking out from our cheeks. At last, look at the irony. As kids, all we wanted was to grow up. And now, when we have actually grown up, all we want to be kids again. That's it from my side. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Nilesh. Thank you so much.
Wonderful, Toastmaster Yogita, wonderful. That was a very relevant speech on today's day-to-day topics. And I would love everyone to share feedback with her on personal chat. And the feedback time is 1 minute. Timer, please tell me when the 1 minute is over. Okay, so we are ready to move ahead. Okay, now the thing is, there are certain things which we know, and there are certain things which we don't even know that we don't even know. And some of the things I collected some data from a few sources, and let me share those with you. Deficiency of vitamin D. What do you think the percentage of our population, the human species, is suffering from a deficiency of vitamin D? Vitamin D. Yes, Shweta.
I think a large population right now is suffering from vitamin D deficiency, myself included.
Okay, okay. You don't look like you are deficient in anything. Wonderful. And for everyone, let me tell you, let me share this data with you. It is very extremely important. So please listen to this. Vitamin D deficiency is about 70 to 90% of human population is suffering from 70 to 90%. of population is deficient in vitamin D. I'll come back to it soon, but listen to this. 75 to 90% of the population is suffering from vitamin C deficiency, and almost 50% of the population is suffering from vitamin B12 deficiency. And the most eye-opening data is this, that vitamin D has been linked to, now bear this, listen to this very closely. Vitamin D has been recently found to boost immunity against coronavirus, against the COVID. Shweta is shaking her head. For everyone, she is a nanotechnology. She's a doctorate in microbiology. I don't know, whatever, but she's doing some sort of research in these things. So please, for your family, for your loved ones, share this news that vitamin D, if you take vitamin D, then chances are you get more efficient, you get more immunity against the coronavirus. And studies have been done on this. You can do the Google search and start taking vitamin D. At least start taking vitamin D on a regular basis. Here in Delhi, we can find it free. Government is giving this vitamin for free. The Mohalla clinic are there. You can go there and have some for your families. So this is the main thing that I wanted to share. Additionally, apart from this, the junk food, our beloved junk food, it contains a chemical known as high fructose corn syrup, and this has been found to reduce our immunity against the coronavirus. So for some time, try having some less of it, and maybe we can all boost our immunity. And with this, let us know what we did from our evaluators, from our journey evaluators. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monish. Please, everyone, give him a big round of applause for telling us so many important things in such a casual and a candid manner, and making it relatable for the current. And give him a big round of applause. I'm not able to hear anything. Nobody's. I would request some of, just to ensure that I'm audible, because my network is pathetic right now. Worries of virtual meeting. That being said, let me first call upon the stage our Toastmaster. Evaluator for today, the sole evaluator, Toastmaster Krati, to evaluate our speaker of the day, Toastmaster Yogita. Over to you, Toastmaster Krati.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
You are.
Yes.
Okay. Hello everyone. So I'm back with my report. Special hello to Toastmaster Yogita. It was a fantastic speech, and I would like to congratulate you first for clearing your level 1 project 3. There were so many parts in the speech that I believe most of you would have liked a lot. But I would like to start from a very basic, very small, but yet the most important part of a speech. Any guesses? Okay. So it is the topic of the speech. It was very small. It was having so many things inside it, yet it was so captivating. I was so surprised, and I was so excited to know that what this speech will bring out. So the topic was chosen very wisely, and this was one of the purpose of the speaker to do today, to know the well structuring of the speech, which was well followed, as the first thing of choosing the topic was done very nicely. Moving to the next thing, gestures speak louder than words. And I think this was one of those speeches in which the speaker made sure that she is using not her hands or no other body part, but her facial expressions, especially her smile and eyes. That was helping each one of us to connect with her. Next best thing, which I think was, she was not quoting data from internet or was not coming up with a theoretical topic, which is very boring, to be very frank. And this was something different which someone can do in a research topic, that you're coming up with research that you did personally on your own life and the situation that you're seeing around. This was also something which I would like to commend you. Like, it was a great thing because most of us fail to do so. Moving to some of the things that can help you to make this speech from good to the best are, I believe, like when you were saying, we all have a sword above our head. So you could have done actions like a sword hanging over our head. You could have delivered the speech by standing. I'm not saying it because this is something which everyone say, because you were having different parts in your speech. If you would have stand and delivered it, you could have used the stage. You could have moved in one part. You could have standed in one location. After that, you could have relocated to next. And in the end, you could have moved there. And when you finish the speech, you could move to the first spot so that it can help the audience to know that you have closed the speech. As you were asked to know the basic formation and structuring of the speech, so this could have been one of the different things that you can do from next time. Other than that, there were some dramatic things that you can include in your story, like when you were saying, we were not even having fun. You could have said it in this way, like you could have done some voice modulation to make it different from the other content of your speech. The best thing which I liked about your speech was that it was very simple yet very impactful, and it was not scripted, as there were some ers and ums, which personally I liked a lot, as it helped me to figure out that it was not a speech which you were reading out or which you mugged up, but something which was coming directly from your heart. So I hope that from the next time, if you also think these points can be included, you work on these points, and I assure you that you will come, you can take the next topic very nicely, and these are just stepping stones which you can easily overcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kriti. My apologies. It took me a couple of minutes to unmute myself. Moving on, I would like to call the tag team in the reverse order of Gamarian. Toastmaster Sakshi, could we please have you on the virtual dais?
Sure. Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Abhishek. So firstly, I would like to applaud Toastmaster Yogita, Toastmaster Ritu, and Toastmaster Shashwat to use both the idiom of the day as well as the word of the day. Can we have a huge round of applause for them, please? Also, Toastmaster Abhishek used the idiom of the day once, and I don't see any, I maybe missed or I didn't notice any other uses. So I would encourage all of you to use it further going forward. Also, now I would like to point out some good usages in today's meeting. In the starting of the meeting itself, we came on the topic Maslow's hierarchy of needs. That was a very good, I would say we can now use as a phrasal verb, but that was a good phrase to keep in our speeches. Also, someone used taboo, someone used boomed, fuel to my fire, and someone used emanation, channelized direction, accumulation. These were really very good usages of words I noted down in today's meeting. Now, I would like to point out some points where we can improve today. So I noted that generally, like in today's meeting also and in general also, we just add on the word just. So let's say somebody used, we were just some kilometers away. So adding just maybe is giving us some comfort, but it is also making our sentence a little bit wordy. We can always remove it. It is not needed. Like at many points we use this, but it is not needed and it makes a sentence wordy. So we can take this and use it use it further. The example was, I will just show. I'll show will also work. The other point was, someone said, I will make you go through. So instead of this, it can be said like, I will walk you through the timing. Also, someone said, I will be listing. So instead of this, it can be used like, I will list down. Someone said, what all muscles? It should be which all muscles. Someone said, make a shot. It should be take a shot. And someone said, you are a fries. It should be you are fries, or you are a fry. It should be you are fries. So yeah, the other point which I noted was, we like not only in this meeting, we generally use it is and it's like many times interchangeably, but it is not right. When we use it is like it's let's say when we use possessive, it's when we are using this, we are saying that it's a possessive pronoun, but when we are using it is a helping noun. So we can take note here that we do not use them interchangeably. So that will be all from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sakshi, for such a detailed report as a grammarian. Now I would like to call upon our counter of the day, Toastmaster Aman, to let us know how many hours and we had. Over to you, Toastmaster Aman.
Hello everyone. I won't be able to switch on my camera. There is some issue with my Zoom, so my apologies for that. And so let's start with TM Mohinish. He used 2 hours and 1 and some of the word he used some and less, which are synonyms. So I think we should avoid this. And now comes to TM Chetan. He used 10 times and 1 time. TM Guruvanshpreet used 3 times, so 1 time. TM Krati used 5 times. TM Tushar used 27 times, and TM Ritu used so 5 times. TM Sakshi used 8 times. TM Abhishek used 2 times. TM Sashwat used 25 times, and TM Anubhav used 7 times, and TM Harpreet used 5 times.
Hello. I'm sorry, my audio disconnected for a second. I could not hear. If so, please confirm on that. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, counter share the report.
Shall I repeat it again?
No, yeah.
So could my audio
Your voice is
disconnected for
breaking.
last 30 seconds. Could you let me know he completed his?
Yeah, I've completed it.
You can call the timer.
Have you completed your report? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. My apologies for the technical glitches. I would now like to call upon Guruvanshpreet, Toastmaster, to present his timers report. Over to you, Toastmaster Guruvanshpreet.
So hello everyone again. So I'm here with my report. I'll just share my screen with you all. I hope it's visible now.
Yes.
So here's a detailed report of today's meeting. For the table topic speeches, there's a question mark on TM Anubhav and Mohinish sir's speech. They spoke for 2 minutes and 40 seconds, which is 10 seconds extra. But as it was a combined speech, so I will rest the decision with the president of the meeting. And the prepared speech is for 5 to 7 minutes. But Yogita ma'am took 4 minutes and 31 seconds. Apart from that, there are no disqualifications. So thank you. This was all from my side.
Thank you, Toastmaster Guruvanshpreet, for such a detailed report. Now, could we please all, as the attendees of the meeting, give all 3 auxiliary role players a big round of applause for being attentively listening and being present mentally with all the faculties for 90 minutes. Let's give them a big round of applause, either virtual or unmuting themselves. We don't stay active for 45 minutes of lecture. These guys have been listening to every word we spoke for last 90 minutes. Kudos to you guys. Thank you for helping us becoming better speakers every meeting. So moving on with the general evaluation of the meeting. I would not be going on points such as the meeting started on time, ended on time now. I would be talking upon overall quality because we are meeting on a day before Raksha Bandhan. So yeah, we would require a lot of Raksha from our family members for being in a Toastmasters meeting. So anyone and everyone who has joined today's meeting, give yourself a big round of applause because you have committed to yourself becoming a better individual, speaker, leader, and you're leading by the example. More often than not, we are given a question that, why are you going this? Can't you keep it aside? But the thing is that practice and patience and consistency are the cornerstones of excellence. And all the 16, 18 individuals who showed up for all the 90 minutes of the meeting or part thereof because of their other commitments, because of pandemic-induced restrictions, you are committed to excellence. So give back to your back, and excellence comes over time. So if you're not there where you look up to your mentor or a leader, don't worry. You will be there in no time. Very well coordinated. We knew our evaluator would not be TTM before. Guest introductions were taken. It was a joint meeting and things were coordinated very well. What I would recommend, a couple of recommendations that I saw in an overall scenario, and these recommendations, please note, are transferable, meaning they are not for just today's meeting, they are for future meetings also. Please ensure you're always using the format of speaker, topic, speaker, because we are now moving into competition season. So any lapse on that would put us into a bad habit of not following it and damage our members' interest. For table topic master, it is a recommendation. Please explain the timing of table topic session on your own because the timer would have done that in their role introduction. Funny topics are good, but try to keep them no longer than 5 topics. And in case you're putting across a counter thing, wherein 2 speakers are countering and anything, the time is still 2 minutes and 30 seconds as per the Toastmaster rules. What I would like to applaud is Guru Anshpreet Toastmaster for using virtual background in immersive screen. It is a new feature which has come up in Zoom in past couple of months. Not many Toastmasters using it as a timer function, but he has gone ahead and done that. He deserves a big round of applause. What I would recommend for table topic masters, first call upon an experienced Toastmaster to show us how a table topic is done, then call upon guests and members who have less speaking opportunity. And then from there onwards, you can do that. All in all, it was a very good meeting. Every one of you have done excellently. Now coming to our evaluator. You have done a good job, Krati, being the VP Education of the club. I have seen you rise from being hesitant to being a confident speaker to a confident evaluator. Today, it was a small step, but as Neil Armstrong said, a small step of humanity, but a giant leap. So today, what you did was a giant leap for your personal Toastmasters journey. I wish you all the kudos. I do not have any recommendations. I would be going through the recording in coordination with Monish later to give you any recommendations or brickbats if I have any. All in all, great meeting, everyone. Happy Raksha Bandhan. Over to you, Toastmaster Monish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek. This was a very, very detailed and amazing evaluation. And I think we should quickly move on to the voting And Gruanshpreet, are you ready with the polls?
Yes, sir, I'm ready with polls.
Okay, you can launch the poll for best auxiliary role player. Okay, guys, please vote. Vote. And Gruanshpreet, maybe you can just share when you are going to end the poll.
There is still one person left.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe that's okay. Okay.
Okay. Should I announce the result right
No,
now?
just end the poll. Just end the poll and give me the results.
Okay.
Or send the results to Abhishek. Just message him.
Fine, sir.
And now please launch the poll for best Sterling role player.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, I think all the polls have been done, right?
TTM.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, best table topic master. Okay, are we done?
Only
Done?
one person is left. 84% have voted.
Actually, I have not voted because I was not able to hear all the table topics, so that's why.
Okay, anyways, okay, that's okay. You can end the poll.
Okay.
Okay, guys, let's move on to our last section. In fact, we are in the last phase of our journey. And before we end this meeting and have our winners, and I would love Toastmaster Shweta to share her opinion. How do we avoid negativity and bring more positivity in our life? Okay, I think she shared something. Okay, don't share the results now.
Okay. So how do we avoid negativity and get more positivity in life?
Yes.
Right? That is what you are asking.
Yes, exactly.
I would like to ask, I would like to begin with that we are all born with an amazing energy, which is positive, which is beautiful, which is love. So with the passage of time, getting into the realms of reality, living this life, rather than seeing what we are born with, this beautiful nature, our amazing family, the friends on the journey we make, we start looking for the things that are bothering us. Actually, that becomes because it's easier. You know, it's easier to look at the problems rather than looking at the blessings we have. Soon, if I will ask you, okay, how's everything going on, the first thing you will say, oh man, see this corona, see this lockdown, what to do, business is going like that, this is happening, my girlfriend is not talking to me, my wife is giving me headache. So all these kind of things will come the first. Nobody will talk about, I'm so blessed that I'm breathing in these corona times. Don't you think breath is the richness right now we are having? The more you think about blessings, the more positive you will become. The more be in gratitude, practice it. Once, when you just get up in the morning, have the gratitude that you actually got up in the morning. You know, that you also got one more day to live. and live every moment. We don't know when we are going to go away. I don't have my expiry date with me. I don't know about all of you. I don't have. So if I don't have, why don't I live what I have right now? I know it's sometimes difficult. Maybe some of you would say that you guys have seen more life, you guys have more responsibility, you guys have more. It's okay. I would say you are blessed that you have it. Some people are actually yearning for it. I read a beautiful thing one day that, you know, what you have right now, somebody on the hospital bed is praying for it. This life, this breath, and everything included. Some people are yearning for it. So have gratitude. Gratitude is the attitude with which you can always attract positive energies. Don't see into the negativity that is going on. The more positive you will be, there is no negative energy going to come around you. And as we go by the theme of the day, the health, all the 4 squares of life are important, as beautifully explained by PTM Shashwat, whether it is physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So once you start focusing and actually you don't need to focus. Once you take a nature's walk without thinking anything, you will see you're connected to the higher divine, to yourself, and to anyone you meet. The energy that you contain is contagious, but let that energy be of positivity, love, and lots of good energies. That's what I would like to say. I hope you will get it.
Amazing, amazing, Dr. Shweta. And now I would like to ask a quick quiz. What has more calories, Coke or orange juice? Those with the Coke, they can raise their hands, or for the orange juice, they can just give a thumbs up. Coke or orange? What has more calories? Coke or orange? Coke or orange? What has more calories? Actually, orange juice has more calories. Well, fortunately or unfortunately, the thing is sometimes we believe what is good for our health isn't. As many of us share today, that it is all about our physical, mental, and spiritual health, but also we have seen that almost 90% of the population is suffering from deficiencies and they don't even know about it. And thankfully, we all now know. And with that, I would like to thank all the role players, all the people who are here, and would love to hand it over the stage to the Toastmaster Abhishek. Toastmaster Abhishek, you can close the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monish, for such a warm and such apt closing in coordination with Toastmaster Shweta of Theme of the Day. So moving on, may I request Toastmaster Guru Anshpreet to just DM me the results?
Actually, I was just finding your contact number only right now.
Just DM me here itself in the chat. You can DM me on the personal.
I'll just do it.
Cool. Thank you. In the meanwhile, may I request our guests to give us a feedback? I would be starting with Toastmaster Shashwat. I'm sorry, Toastmaster to be Toastmaster Shashwat Agarwal about their feedback quickly within a minute, if possible.
Yeah. So, I mean, without any doubt, it was an amazing experience, and it was. I was the member of the debating society of my college, and we used to have like such kind of exercises when we were in the college. But it was all of our age group, and seeing such a wide and diverse cohort coming together, working on their public communication skills in such a varied manner, it was literally amazing. My personal objective for joining Toastmasters was to socialize more and to know about the lives and the ways of more people. And I think it was it was a literal experience for me. I never thought it would be so much engaging, and like I'm only a guest speaker, but I feel that I was the part of the journey every single minute of the entire session. So it was wonderful for me. I think that's all from my end.
Thank you, Shashwat. That is what lies as the cornerstone of a Toastmasters Club, to provide a supportive and a positive learning experience wherein anyone joining even for the first time with us feels part of the Toastmaster Club group as well as family member. Thank you for that. Moving on, I would like to request to guest Disha.
Yeah, done with the guests. We are done with the guests.
Okay, that sounds good. So please unmute yourself, everyone. We are about to announce the results. Let's unmute. So today we have only 3 results, and we will start with the aux, then the table topic speaker, and then at the end, main role player. So who is the best auxiliary role player? Any guesses, people?
Gurvanshpreet.
Gurvanshpreet. Aman. Okay. Any more for the third?
Could be Sakshi also.
Okay. So I don't know. Our tech master would know the result, how tough the competition was, whether the winner won by a slight margin or whether the winner won by a huge margin. But the winner for today's joint meeting between Toastmaster Club of West Delhi and Ajmer Toastmasters Club for Best Auxiliary Role Player is, drum roll please, Toastmaster Sakshi Agarwal from Ajmer Toastmasters Club. Good job, Sakshi.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Now,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now coming for the best table topic speaker for this joint meeting, and guesses are, guesses people, please come on, guesses quickly. 2 guesses.
Munish or Anubhav.
Shweta.
Okay, who said Shweta?
Aman.
Aman. Okay, so Aman, you are correct. Everyone, big round of applause for Toastmaster Shweta for being the best table topic speaker of this joint meeting today evening.
Thank you.
Now, coming for the best sterling role player, guesses people.
Abhishek.
Mohnish.
Munish, sir.
Okay, so I'll ask the tech master, how tough was the competition between the sterling role player?
It was pretty tough.
And the winner has won by the margin of how many votes?
Just a second. By the margin of 2 votes.
Okay, so that was a tough competition, ladies and gentlemen. Please unmute yourself, give a big round of thunderous applause to the best sterling role player of this joint meeting between Toastmasters Club of West Delhi and final guesses. Final guesses.
Mohnish.
Abhishek.
Mohnish.
Okay, enough with suspense. It is Abhishek. Thank you, everyone. So, as the address of a presiding officer and as the guest club, I would like to personally extend my warmest of gratitude, first and foremost, to Mohnish for putting the message out on the D41 group. And because of my personal reasons, I'm traveling this week. So a big kudos to my VP membership, Toastmaster Sakshi, and Treasurer Toastmaster Krati for coordinating everything. Big round of applause to you. And this was their first time coordinating a meeting between an outside club. So I would request our friends from TMWD to please give them a big round of applause. They have done an awesome job, I must say. They're here all through that. And trust me, Krati is coming just right hot off her classes. She was sitting in classes since 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So, and Sakshi had meetings till I think 4:30 or something. So great job, girls. Personally speaking, as president, and as a mentor, I'm super proud. So all in all, a great meeting. Thank you, TMU, again, a joint meeting once I'm back in town, a proper meeting with you wherein we have even more fun, 3 or 4 speeches, some lot of table topics, and a great outside role session. Thank you. And that's it from the desk of presiding officer.